day 4 of learning the pentatonic scale shape shapes up and down the fretboard with the fretboard escalator. All right, we're doing real well. We've got the bass. We've got the twins. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you missed day 1, 2, and 3, where we learned how to place all these things in pegs into the fretboard escalator. We memorized it in one evening, and now we're placing it onto the fretboard escalator from memory, not from a PDF download, not from some crazy chord chart website, stupid app that keeps you from actually practicing. You're doing it with your hands. So we are now at the point we've built our extension to the left. We're in the key of A minor. We've built our extension to the left. We now are going to build our extension to the right. So as we remember the extension to the right, we call it the house of blues. And if you need to start at the peak of the house to give yourself a reference, that's okay. What matters is that you know where you're supposed to go. So here we go. And this is also the left side of the mirror. And if you don't know what I mean by the mirror, then you got to go back to day 1. Okay, what did we forget? I forgot to locate my root notes. Okay, remember, when we go to the right to find our octave, it's 2 down and 2 over. 1, 2 down, 1, 2 over. But there's no note there. Why? Because we have a shift from the B and the E string, shift 1 fret to the right. So I'm going to put that guy in there. I'm not going to go into depth as to why that is. I've got plenty of videos that you can go and watch to discover why that is. Here is our House of Blues shape. This is still minor. Someone might tell you that this is a major shape. It is not. It is minor because we have these as our root notes that we need to focus on. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm just going to play this scale shape from the top, okay, starting here, and yeah, we'll just have that view there. And again, this one I start on my middle finger. Why? Because we're 1 fret per finger. Middle finger starts on C, right? D is that guy there, and then we start going down through the pattern. Okay, so this one's not as nice to start and stop at the root notes, but I will pause there. I'm going to start. Okay. And we'll go back back to that A. Do we remember that A, right? Oh, we should remember that A. Right? Okay, so root note location, calling them out just like we did our other ones. Okay, these are all the A's. There's an A, only 2 in this position. A, 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 A. Take a look at the string, take a look at the fret, say A. Okay, come back and play the scale shape. Okay. Okay, or go all the way down and forget the root notes. Just good for timing. Get your metronome. Don't do this without a metronome. You just don't want to hear the tick while I'm playing, so I'm not using a metronome. It's not about speed. I could care less personally about speed. I do not want to play fast. I want to play with emotion and feeling, and I want it to sound nice. If you're a speed demon, awesome. This is a great way to start speed as well. Okay, back to the other. Okay, look how much we've done. We've got almost the entire fretboard done here in the pentatonic scale of A minor. Okay, I got video. Yeah, okay, so coming back here, we're going to go back to our bass position, and we see that we're here, and if we want to move into our House of Blues hand position, how am I going to get there? Well, we know that if I just slide up with my pinky, am I going to be in the right spot? Well, we got to figure that out. So my pinky's here on C, and if I go into my position, yep, that pinky's in the right spot. So I could actually go like that. So if I'm moving from House of Blues, I can go straight into there. And now I could continue with the scale. Okay? Because as soon as I do that, my fingers are all in the right spot. Again, this is only to help you learn the patterns and memorize them and get it under your fingers and get it into your brain, because one day you're going to want 3 fingers in behind here, and you just, on a bend, and you just won't be able to do it without pulling your hands out of the sort of position that helped you memorize them. But don't worry about it. At that point, you won't care. You're just going to see where you can go on the fretboard automatically. You won't be counting fingers or anything. This is just to get it stuck in your head. So we discovered that I can get to here by just sliding up my pinky. So that's awesome. How about the next string down? Well, I can't slide that one up. I could, but now I'm out of position. So I'm going to slide up to my pinky again. Or, that's fine, you don't have to slide. We're going between positions here. We've gone to the House of Blues extension. Now we go string down. Same thing. You guys, you're following along here, right? We're on the D string. Okay, now once I'm here, I'm in my position, right? Okay, one more string down. That's a pinky one. Shoot, I shouldn't use a pinky. I'm trying to actually play like I would play. No, that is not a pinky one. So if I go through my scale and I find, oh, I'm on this finger, that's the one I need. So I need to either slide it up or just move it up, because that's where I want to be when I finish. Right? When you finish that pattern using the same fingering that you learned it in. Okay, again, this is just to learn the patterns. Once you get going, you're probably going to do what I did. You might slide up with a pinky because you want to come back, or you might bend from here. Okay, so I think we've done everything there. That is day 4. One more day and you'll have all the positions except for the one that goes between here and here, which I call Rumpelstiltskin, lovingly, because I had no better name and now it's stuck. So let's recap our positions. We've got the bass, we've got the twins, we've got the House of Blues, and we're about to add the mirror on the next day. All right, we will see you soon. If you like the Fretboard Escalator, you're going to have to sign up at the Kickstarter, because it doesn't exist except for in my imagination and in front of my 3D printer. But I've got all the design files done. The injection is done. The injection mold design is done, but we just need to pay for the injection molds. If you want to support me, you're going to have to head over there. Send me a message. Say hi. I love hearing from people from wherever you are around the world. Go to my website, musiclabs.ca, and say hi. All right, thanks.